Gas has always been an important part of the economy. We represent about 2% of GDP. We employ over 80,000 people, including indirectly. So we've always been a bedrock of the economy. From our perspective, gas is also the ideal partner for renewables as we decarbonise the economy. So we appreciate the response from government.
Now, in terms of the government as well, there's been a lot of proposals, I suppose, milling about in terms of perhaps setting a cap on the gas per gigajoule at the $4 mark, the west to east pipelines. Do you think any of these are indeed viable, or should it just be the free market's determinant of the pricing here in Australia for energy?
Look, I think free market is often and always the best way to keep a strong flow of investment. If you look at the East Coast gas pricing, independent experts say that full life cycle costs are more than $6 a gigajoule. And for new projects, many are seen as being over $8 a gigajoule just in terms of upstream costs. So from where we sit today, a $4 a gigajoule mark is something that we don't see occurring. We haven't seen that for more than 15 years, and we don't believe it's achievable at the moment.
Now, as well, the COVID-19 impact has obviously had a severe impact, not only in terms of the domestic side, but also globally. We've seen the oil prices absolutely get smashed in terms of the demand profile. But do you think that we've hit the bottom and it's just going to be more smooth sailing moving forward, particularly when it does come to beach as well?
Look, from our perspective, obviously COVID-19 is something that we've had to work through as a company and as an industry. I'm really pleased that we activated our crisis management teams in the third week of February. We've had no cases of COVID-19 across any of our sites, and we're in 5 basins across Australia and New Zealand. In relation to oil markets, I'm actually a bull on the oil markets in the medium term. I know they're very difficult to predict, but while there will be some reduction in demand globally, I think what you're seeing is a very strong supplier response. You're also seeing companies reduce capital by more than 30% across the globe, and I think in a couple of years that'll mean a fairly strong oil price environment.
Matt, can you give us a better idea of just how strong? I mean, if you're a bull, can you give us a near-term price target then?
It's hard enough to predict in terms of movements, let alone specific numbers. But I guess what I'm saying is if we come out of the COVID-19 crisis, which I think still remains an if as to how and when we come out, assuming that we get back to more of an ordinary course of business around the globe, I think we'll end up with oil prices being higher than they were when we went into the crisis.